Welcome to Ain't to Go. This week, we went to Texas.
I'm Jonathan Woodward alongside Timothy Hammond. Let's get this show rolling. This week, I did a hot lap at Texas in the number 4 Mobil 1 Ford. Here's how it went.
Welcome to Texas. John's driving the number 4. And right now, he's right behind Bubba Wallace Jr. He's going to take that high line just to the outside to get around this corner. He's going to hit it right there in the middle of 2. Come off real strong. Get a nice run down this back stretch. Want to run wide open here. He's going to dive to the inside. Oh, he tries to get under Suarez, but Suarez cuts him off. Gives a little bump. Here they come off of 4. It's a really tight corner. He's going to dive deep underneath. And there we go. That's one lap.
Welcome to Stage 1. This week we went to Texas, and man, we had some good racing. Regular old 1.5 mile track style.
We really did. And we had a couple of drivers that you talked about last week, and actually for the previous few weeks. Pit stops for everything again.
Yeah, pit stops and pit stop mistakes. Speeding on pit road, loose wheels were the huge topic of this week.
Yep, and I believe our friend Logano made another friend.
Yeah, as we saw, there was a couple comments from Eric Almirola after the race. He wasn't too happy about Joey Logano's racing.
He wasn't happy about it, but if you've watched NASCAR at all ever in your life, you would know that it was racing. Gave him plenty of space. There's less space at Daytona and Talladega given. And, you are not going to just, once you're locked in, just race around. No, you're preparing each week for that final race at Homestead.
Absolutely. Kevin Harvick completely dominated today. He won all of the stages. I did pick him to win the race. And he won the race.
I was so close. Brad Keselowski did great for a while, but
loose wheel.
Loose wheel is a speeding penalty as well.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of Harvick is so fast.
Yeah, he's just killing it out there. Like I said, all year, he's had the best speed at all of the tracks. Just if he could just avoid the pit road mistakes and pit road penalties, he would lock it up. And we saw that today.
Yep, we did. And, last week we talked about that we were heading into 2 tracks that are nothing but Harvick tracks.
Exactly.
I think, when we get to Phoenix, he's won I want to say 7.
Yeah, he's
8.
Mr. Phoenix. You gotta think about it. He's Mr. Phoenix, but he's already locked into Homestead. But he's not done. He's not letting up. And I'm starting to really question my pick.
That momentum.
You see right there, Kyle Busch. He had problems today. He had speed. He was speeding on pit road. He had a loose wheel. Big problems for Kyle Busch. He's right on the bubble now.
Yep.
The last man in on the championship.
And even Truex had some issues.
Yeah, Truex had issues as well. He had a loose wheel, and then coming in to fix the loose wheel, he drove through too many pit boxes and had to come in for a drive-through penalty. Truex, he's doing okay on points as well, and we'll go over the points a little bit later in the show. Him and Kyle Busch, they have enough points right now to be comfortably, they would only have to finish, I think, 15th or better next week at ISM.
And they have to hope that one of the other drivers
doesn't win. They're hoping.
Which Clint is really behind in points, but Kevin Harvick is his teammate, and Clint is, he's really decent at Phoenix. All it takes is, we saw what happened at Talladega. All of Stewart-Haas Racing was on point.
Right.
So if they were all on point again this coming week, could you imagine seeing Almirola and Clint fighting for a championship spot? That would be wild. That would be awesome, But you cannot count Clint out of this yet.
No, you can't, because he also has been known to do well at Phoenix.
Right.
It's going to be wild out west next week. I can't wait to see that race, man, because there's going to be some crazy things. People are going to be doing some crazy things to try and get into Homestead. Because
some strategies are going to be, back and forth.
Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano are sitting pretty right now, locked in. They're ready for Homestead. They still want to get, another win, obviously.
Because with Busch, and Truex, you know, you got to think: are they going to race conservatively, or are they going to be aggressive and get out there and get that win?
I would be aggressive just because you don't know. It kind of goes back. I remember a couple years ago when Gordon was like the last man in on points, and then on the last lap, Ryan Newman pulled the dive bomb move and got the position.
That was
that
crazy
1 point difference that got him into the final championship board, and not Gordon.
That was a crazy race. Emotions were high.
You can never be too comfortable in that last spot heading into the last lap, last corner of that race right before the cutoff.
But back to Texas, we kind of got off subject. Apologize. But Texas gave us the racing we wanted. You know, it was a good day for racing. And, you know, I thought it was an overall great weekend for all of NASCAR.
It was, you know, just loaded with speed. The cars were hitting over 200 going into the corners. You know, that's probably the last time we'll see that for a while with this new aero package coming next year. But still, you know, the racing's going to change as well next year.
Yep.
We saw a lot of spread out. I mean, you can see it on the screen here. A lot of spread out racing. Every now and then you'd have something like that happen.
Yep.
You know, just getting loose off the corner.
He saved it pretty well, though.
Yeah, it was a pretty good save right there. That's Jeffrey Earnhardt. But, you know, you're going to see a lot of spread out racing at mile and a half, but next year, not going to be the case.
Yeah, it's just going to be like a Daytona. It's going to be Daytona style the whole
It's
time.
going to be similar to what we saw in the All-Star race.
Yep.
It's just going to be tight, close quarter racing. That's what the fans want to see more, and that's what they're going to get next year.
Welcome to Stage 2. We have some amazing news for all of you. And I don't know who's going to be more excited, you guys or us, because we're going to Miami, baby.
We're going to Homestead.
We've punched our ticket and we're going. And we're going to bring you all the action. We're going to try to interview some fans. We're going to get you footage from the grandstands. We're going to get you footage after the race. It's going to be amazing.
We will be at the Ford EcoBoost 400, the final race of the 2018 season. We're so stoked for this. The show that we started last month, a couple months ago now. We've been rolling. A lot of you guys have been liking us. We appreciate it. But we are taking the show on the road.
We're going on the road, baby.
We're going to Homestead. We are so excited for this. So with that, Stage 2. We are in Stage 2. News and rumors. We already had like the big news that we had there.
Yep.
Anything else really happened?
Well, you know what I really wanted to talk about in Stage 2 this week was I wanted to reminisce on Texas for a minute. You know, over the years, Texas has brought us intense situations. Mm-hmm. And our favorite guy got in two big, well, you know, one skill wasn't big, but it was a funny one because they didn't see it coming. But then Brad Keselowski versus Jeff Gordon.
Oh my gosh, 2014. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh,
I mean, let's just take a look at it.
See Jeff Gordon probably not very happy with the car there, maybe. They have a talk with him.
I believe he wants to have a conversation and have it right now.
a fair way to deal with things on track?
Well, I mean, I don't see, I've been through a lot of rivalries, and I got a little blood on me right now, and I've been roughed up and put in the grandstands and wrecked and done all that stuff. I'm still here fighting. It's not going to change the way I race. Race with 100% intensity and go for the win, and that's what our fans deserve in NASCAR.
Do you think that NASCAR should let this be settled between you guys and stay out of it at this point?
I'm too close to the fire to make those decisions, but I do know that it's my job to race 100%, and that's what I did today. Didn't wreck anyone, but I certainly race hard, and that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Thanks, Brad, for your time. We'll try to catch up with Jeff Gordon, get his side. Let's go to Doc.
Yeah, we are with Jeff down here, and Rick Hendry coming up to give Jeff a hug and talk to his driver. He knows how disappointed Jeff is, given the fact that Jeff, take us through, first of all, take us through the final restart there in the contact.
Yeah, we were sitting there on a little bit older tires. Yeah, I spun the tires a little bit, but I got a pretty decent start. And we went down into one, and I just wanted to get the outside of the 48, and out of nowhere, I just got slammed with the 2, and it cut my left rear tire. And he's just a dipshit, the way he races, I don't know how he's ever won a championship, and I'm just sick and tired. That's why everybody's fighting him and running him down, and your emotions are high. That was a huge race for us. We had the car, we had the position. So proud of my team, and I'm proud of Jimmy Johnson for winning that race, not letting that win that race. Oh my gosh.
The conflict with Brad on pit road. You came out, you pulled on the pit road to talk to him. Tell us about what the conversation was and what happened.
There wasn't any conversation. You can't have a conversation with him. He beats his own drum, gets himself in this position himself, and he's got to pay the consequences. And I'm gonna race him the same way he races me, but that kind of stuff's just uncalled for, and I'm not going to stand for it.
What are the consequences as far as you're concerned with him, and should NASCAR get involved, do you think, or is this between you two?
To them, I'm sure it's just a racing incident, but to me, it's just a bunch of crap. The kid is just doing stuff way over his head, and that's just uncalled for. You're racing for a win and a championship. You don't go slam somebody and cut their left rear tire. So if that's what it takes, then no problem. I can do the same thing back to him.
I remember my emotions were so high in that because I was so angry at Brad Keselowski, because this is kind of when he had his rivalry with Carl Edwards as well. Right. So Brad was already known for roughing people up, but what I love about this clip is Kevin Harvick just comes in there out of nowhere. He's leaning on the back of the car.
Pushes him in there.
And he just pushes him in there. He's like, get in there, big boy, go fight.
I love it.
And that just started an all-out brawl.
Oh, man.
But, our friend Brett that we had on the show a couple weeks ago was at that race. And he was so mad. I remember he posted this stuff on Facebook, and the next thing I know, he deleted his Facebook. He just shut it down because he was so angry at what he had just witnessed.
Yeah, I wasn't really angry. I was just stunned because I was like, Gordon was in the fight.
Yeah, and Gordon does not fight.
And it was like one of the biggest fights in NASCAR history.
Oh yeah,
I've never seen so many crew. Drivers, officials.
And even Jamie Little was stuck in that. Yeah. She was going down there to interview, and then she gets shoved in there.
It was a mosh pit basically down there at the 2. And boy, I was angry that Brad went in there aggressive and hit Gordon, but I wasn't angry after the fight because I was like, yes, I'm so glad that Gordon came back and gave him something.
When these fights happen, there's so much passion.
Yeah.
For the sport. There's so much passion for their team, their sponsors. They're not doing it out of disrespect.
Yeah.
I watched a little clip from Keselowski, and he was, they asked, he's like, is fighting good for the sport? He's like, well, if people want to watch fighting, they watch MMA or whatever. But, it's true. If we saw fighting all the time, we wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah.
It's time for the championship picks.
Welcome to Stage 3. It's time to go over the point standings and the championship picks after Texas. Current point standings. Kevin Harvick is on top because he has 143 playoff points.
Yep.
That is scary.
That's very scary.
Joey Logano second. Kyle Busch currently third. Martin Truex on the bubble. Him and Kyle Busch are only separated by 3 points. So they're basically both on the bubble. I wouldn't be comfortable with that many
I would not be comfortable at this point if I was those two.
5th through 8th. 5th, we got Kurt Busch, 25 points below the cutoff line. 6th, Chase Elliott, 39 points back. He needs a win real bad to advance. Eric Almirola, the crybaby, is in 7th. Sorry, I had to say it. I just think those comments were unnecessary.
Yeah, totally unnecessary.
Clint Boyer, 8th, 73 points back, way back. Clint is in desperate need. He could be the true dark horse at this race coming up.
Yeah.
So we check in on our championship picks. Tim had the 4, the 9, the 12, and the 78. We know the 12's been eliminated already. The 4's looking good. Truex is also looking good. Chase is on the outside looking in. I had the 2, who's been eliminated, the 9, the 18, and the 78. Kyle Busch, I picked to win the championship. He's still in on points, but he's not guaranteed in Homestead quite yet. Tim has the 9 of Chase Elliott winning the championship. He needs a little bit of help, and he needs
a little bit of help. He needs a lot of help, and you know, I don't know why, because we play NASCAR Fantasy. I chose Harvick to win it all.
Yep.
Why I did not choose him in our show, I don't know, but Chase has to win, or. No, I won't wish that on anybody. Never mind.
No, we won't. Yeah. It'd be nice. I want to see Chase at Homestead going for the championship. That'd be really exciting.
Oh, man. It would make our trip even better.
All right. We're cruising into the final lap now. Who you got to win at ISM?
Well, this is biased, but it's the only way I'm going to make it to the championship round. So I, personally, need Chase Elliott to win it at Phoenix, and I honestly think he can get it done.
I'm going with guy who made that pass right there, the 4 car again. I'm going with the 4 again to win at Phoenix. He's Mr. Phoenix, man.
He's Mr. Phoenix.
He has always
I'm only going against him because I'm in dire straits.
He's already locked into Homestead, but I pick him to win just because of his dominance at the track. He's got the momentum. He always has the most speed. Yeah. So
and they're going to want to carry that into the championship round. They're not going to want to have an off week because we saw what happened when he had off weeks.
Right.
He didn't do good until this race.
Right. So I'm going with the 4. You're going with
the number 9.
All right, we're on to Phoenix.
We want to thank everybody for liking, subscribing, taking part in our polls. We've actually got a poll up this week. They last for about 6 days, so get over there and vote and share it with everybody. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. We're always tweeting things out there, sharing things from NASCAR. You know, we want to bring you the best news, the most fun news. We just want to have a great time doing this with you guys.
Exactly. And with that being said, continue to watch our videos. Continue to send us messages. Let us know what you want us to talk about, or if you want to be featured on the show. Let us know, and we'll see you next week after Phoenix.